Hi, everyone. So I'm just going to give a quick introduction for myself. My name is David Maglaya. I'm from Moderna. I lead the digital systems for the technical development group in Moderna. So technical development is a group that sits between our research team and our manufacturing team. So basically, I work with both GXP and non-GXP. So those are familiar to pharmaceutical biotech. I do both non-GXP and GXP. So my background is I have a degree in chemical engineering. I've been working in process control and automation for more than 20 years now. I've started my career, in Honeywell, moved to Yokogawa, then probably more than 15 years. I work with Emerson, so I'm pretty much familiar with like right now. I'm more of like a platform agnostic person now. So in Moderna, I work with layer 3 down of ISO 95. So from MES, DCS down to the IO. And I also work with our, the layer 4 of ISO 95 with our SAP folks. And like I've said, right now I'm platform agnostic. So for today, for this ARC forum, I'm going to be discussing, how we've, realized the benefits of the UNS by leveraging HiveMQ's, MQTT broker. So just to give you a background about Moderna, it's been, out there. I remember back COVID times, I got the first vaccine December 2020 when Moderna got the emergency use. So back then I was like working on site. I've been working on site even with COVID. I remember back then I was driving to work and I can see that I'm the only car in I-95. So there's not even, and Moderna gave us like a letter just in case we got pulled over by an officer. So we have that letter. I have it still in my car right now because it just tells of that COVID story. So right now, like I've said, I'm still on site. Even though I was given the option to do a hybrid, I've just been on site because the dedication. I just love my work and I love working with my business partners on site. So Moderna is what we call a digital-first company. So in Moderna, we are a hybrid company where most of our platforms sit in the cloud. We have AWS as our cloud provider, and we also have on-premise where we have we use VMware for our virtualization, and we also work with we have our own MDF, IDF data centers in Moderna, and we're now global, so we have locations over in the UK, Canada, Australia, even Japan. So my work, it taught me a lot about how you can expand. There's newer platforms out there. I think it's just a matter of really leveraging those platforms really well, and for me, like I've said, it's like I'm platform agnostic. It goes both ways, either IT, OT. So Moderna, we're working on, newer platforms too. I think the big one is really our, more of like our INT platform for cancer. So moving on to the next slide is just about, working with traditional architecture. Probably most of you or some of you have this traditional, architecture of, having those point-to-point systems. So in Moderna, since we're really looking to newer platforms, so we've really invested a lot with, newer MES, newer SCADA. So in manufacturing, it's more of like a steady state since it's a GMP facility. So that's more of like steady state. We have, Delavi and Syncade, which are Emerson products, but in tech dev, since we sit between GXP and non-GXPs, we can work on newer platforms like newer MES out there, like Tulip, Apprentice. So we work with all these different platforms to realize the vision of Moderna of like being really, diving into, next generation systems. So recently, I've worked with some of the vendors, and one of the systems that we really wanted to leverage was MQTT. So we worked with we did an assessment of different vendors, and we are now using HiveMQ as our MQTT broker because for us, they've when we did the comparison with different vendors, they've really provided us a way to work with different systems that allows us to realize the benefit of the UNS. So and what I love about UNS is that pub sub technology, and right now even though we're in between GMP and non GMP, is that we try to really test out the robustness of the platforms. And for us, Hive MQ has been a good platform for us to really work on that UNS framework. So why HiveMQ? So for HiveMQ, there's that inherent interoperability of the system, and for us, it's been working well, and we have instances both local and other sites. We are able to grab all that data into that unified namespace, and it's been before it was a challenge for us, and like I've said during our last quarterly connect with our different digital groups, is that this is the first time we've really have an external data coming into a Moderna digital system, and that really showcase how the flexibility is of the platform, and we have realized that this is really good. Now the goal for me and my team is really to expand that on use case and really try to even work globally with different sites of Moderna to pull those data into the UNS. So yeah. After this, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions around not just UNS MQTT, but overall IT/OT implementation in Moderna. That's it. Thank you.